time for round 2 of today's experiments, consisting of our potatoes and disc killers. I believe that's what you call them. So basically, we're trying to hill the potatoes with these nice little disky thingies. Also received from my grandfather over Christmas break. Right now they seem to be looking pretty good. Working pretty well. We'll see what Dad thinks. I think they did a pretty nice job.
Comments?
Well, I thought it looked pretty good on your first row. I'm not sure what you're thinking, but it seemed to me to work pretty well.
I think that was a lot more successful so far than the corn.
Well, that's good.
I think that did the job there. They may be a little bit too close, but it's hard for me to go. Notice where I just started, I didn't go fast enough.
What do you think Bailey thinks?
I don't think Bailey cares.
That's Lee's dog.
Drive the tractor for you.
How do you think our garden's looking?
Excellent.
Excellent.
I couldn't have done better myself.
We're doing pretty well right now. There's Bailey.
Grow taller than that tractor, he's not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, when it's too big for the tractor to go over, we won't do that anymore. Alright, ready, set, go. There we go. We've got a pretty big clod of dirt there in the middle of that row, but other than that, we're looking pretty good.
So far, I'd say this is a lot more successful. What do you think? Would this get a Cottrell stamp of approval?
I think this gets a Cottrell stamp of approval for a couple reasons. First, it looks beautiful. Secondly, I didn't have to do it.
Yeah, last year you had to do it all by hand, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it was great for the arm muscles.
And the soul.
Yeah.
The other 2 rows aren't quite as tall. I don't know if...
well, they are a different variety of potato.
Are a different variety of potato. It looks like to me we might have them just a hair too close.
Maybe so. They're looking pretty good to me, though.
Yeah. So you think we should do the others today, or should we wait a couple days?
I think you should do it just to get it done.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be a second chance much, really, though, because we dig out a trench there in the middle. I don't think the tractor really will go over them a second time. Do you?
See
what I mean? I've only got, I think, 8 inches of ground clearance.
Yeah, I think once you do them, you're kind of done.
One and done, I think.
Is that what you would do normally?
So this is our neighbor's yard over here to the back, but this little plot of unused garden in their yard is just making me want to cry right now. So I think it's pretty sad that they left that out of their fenced-in area, because they got some pretty good crops over there. You just can't really see them very well, but this poor little unwanted, unused garden, it's really sad. So I think we're going to install those little lights that they have at airports that tell incoming planes whether they're, a little too far to the left or right, and kind of direct the pilots where to go. I think we need that for these rows. Dad's having a little bit of trouble finding exactly where he needs to go. I think he's got it now. There we go. Beautifully hilled potatoes. So, because we live in suburbia and our neighbors like landscaping, they have these little brick things, which kind of makes it hard for Dad to turn around. But That's okay, he's got it figured out. And we got one more row of potatoes to hill, and then I think Dad's gonna try out this contraption as a sort of tiller substitute.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And see if it'll work to till the corn. The eagle has landed. And now, here we go. Now, in case you didn't know, as a young child, I was obsessed with the space program. And I still would be, except that their height requirements are like 5'4" to be an astronaut. And I'm 5'2" and a quarter on good days. So, doesn't look like that's going to be my career. That's okay, I still got the plants. Alright, here we go with attempt number 1, to use the disc tillers as a tiller.
You're off. You're too far this way.
Directions provided by my lovely mother. For all those of you wondering, that orange hair is natural.
Maybe I told you wrong, but the corn is there.
We've had a little bit of problems with either bunnies or some sort of animal deciding our corn's a little tasty. So some of the stalks on the ends have been a little picked over, you might say. We have an electric fence that we get up as soon as the actual ears start getting on the corn, but that hasn't quite happened yet.
It's better. It's still off a little bit, but it's better.
Alright, we're going for it.
I think it's okay.
Let's do it.
Good. You're fine. Good.
How do you think this is working, Mom?
This is working better if you're supposed to hill corn. But that looks really good, actually. He's trying to cover up some of the ones that fell over.
Provide additional support.
I believe there at the end he may have dug up some more sod, but
That's fine, we don't need grass anyway.
grass just feeds the bunnies.
Do bunnies eat grass?
Oh. Okay. It came back up.
Oh well. Hold on.
Now we're hilling the corn, and part of the reason we're hilling the corn is because we kind of plowed some of the roots out with the other approach. Having those cultivator shanks, those S-Tines, too close was probably a lot of the problem. So now we've got these disc hillers on, and we're able to throw a ridge up to that corn. Maybe that'll help, and then when we water that down a little bit, maybe those roots will take back hold, and it'll be okay. And the ridge ought to help a little for wind, things like that, because a little bit the dirt's up a little higher on the stalk. Back in the day, they used to do this with these hillers like this on all the corn, but they don't now. They don't cultivate the corn at all. In other words, they don't ever tear up the ground anymore on field corn. For a few reasons. Number one, those hills would be really hard to, they'd have to be worked down in the fall or next spring before you put soybeans on it. And the other reason is, well, a couple other reasons. Number one, they have herbicides to kill the weeds now, so they don't have to worry about that as much. And then the other reason is that once you till the ground like this, it dries out faster.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it dries out faster, that's not a good thing, because when corn gets up taller than this, it really needs a lot of moisture, and that's how you make the yield. So for the most part, they leave it alone from a tillage standpoint after they plant it.
All right. Well, I think this definitely gets a stamp of Catril approval.
Excellent. I agree.
All right.